The Westfjords of Iceland, one of the loneliest places on Earth. This forgotten adventure lays 300 kilometers away from Greenland and features some of the most breathtaking views you can imagine, wildlife and traces of past visitors. But it can also be an incredible challenge for man and machine.
Just so fucking cold. My hands hurt really bad from the cold and I don't know what to do. I'm just have my hands hanging on the handlebars now. I'm trying to get feeling back into them.
This is the tale of how I and my XJ600 explore the Westfjords.
So, it's the middle of the night. Tent now multiple times almost collapsed and got pressed down. I just hope it will be fine for the rest of the time.
Welcome back to the 3 miles MC. That was a rough night. It was raining during the night, what you guys didn't really saw, because luckily it was dry in the morning. And it was so windy, I've barely slept. Getting the tent built down again was a huge piece of work. We already have it at like 1, because it took so long with the wind. Yeah. Our goal today will be the western fjords of Iceland. We're still about 1 hour away from them, so let's go. In general, I'm looking really forward to the western fjords because they're the biggest amount of where Iceland has contact to the sea, and they're supposed to be extremely beautiful, and not that many people look at them because they're kind of far off, but I'm really looking forward to it. I've looked at a few points I want to look at there. That's our plan for today, and they're also supposed to be a load of gravel roads. And I mean, we're already starting here on a gravel road, so... Oh, and my mirror has some issues because the bike got blown over by the wind earlier. I hope that the wind will be alright to manage now on the road. Oh, it's going up quite steep here, but I like the challenge. Oi, this is steep. I can absolutely feel the wheel spinning. Like, honestly, with this steep incline, with road tires, you would be done. Like, no chance. We're getting spoiled already at the beginning. Just incredible. Wow. I think up here we should have internet, so let's pull over for a short moment and take care of that. Oh fuck, we will have to turn around and drive a 60-kilometer longer way, because for the way that I now have planned, we don't have enough gas. I mean, we would have enough gas if our reserve tank would be working. And sadly, I lost the other fuel tank because it got dirty when we got stuck in the mud. And then I was too afraid to use it, so I gave it away because I didn't want to get dirt into my tank and then into my carburetors. But 30 minutes is not that bad. It's about an hour, so we now have to go down this steep path again.
Lately I've been staring at the dark. Turn my inner demons into art. Struggle with the pain inside my heart. Wish I didn't care about what they say. What you want to say, what you want to say, what you want to say, what you want. Say what you want to say, 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 what you want to no one.
So we now made it to the Westfjords, and our first goal will be Landravark, which is the most west point of Iceland and also the most west point of Europe technically. I really hope that we will be able to see puffins birds, because they live here in Iceland and they are here the most common, and I would be really happy to see one. And at this most west point of Iceland they're supposed to be really common, so I really hope we see them. And the way here was actually longer than expected, because you always need to drive through every single fjord, where you need to make like the curve around every single fjord individually. And on the way to Landravark, we will also be encountering a quite gnarly gravel road that is be quite difficult, but I think we can do it, so let's go. I mean, you can already tell all this landscape here through all the fjords is just incredible. Also here in the Western Fjords, not a lot of people live. It's only 7,000 people, which is even for Iceland not a lot. And also more and more people are moving away because of this whole thing that you have to go through every fjord. You have to drive a lot of kilometers to not get very far, basically. We lost a suitcase. Honestly, after this trip, new suitcases, because they're just done. I lose them regularly, and that's just not good. Those suitcases, they came with the bike when I bought them, and they've been through a lot by now. And this is actually the first time that I've lost this one. This one was always good. Never a problem with that one. Yeah, it looked like that thing here came off. Luckily only that. Okay. Let's bring the thing back. So let's put it back on the bike. I hope that everything is fine with the stuff in the suitcase, because in this suitcase is also my expensive camera that I use for work at home. Okay. Odd that it wasn't held by the straps, because usually when something like this happens you still have a chance to realize it, and it doesn't just like fly off right away.
In my direction, my bearings have me south of home. I've been wrong before. I was waiting in the undertow, set adrift with fed away like bow.
Ooh, what type of little boat is this? This looks interesting. Let's check it out. Wow. Oh, it's called Garda, like the lake that we've been to. Let's have a look at it. So apparently on our way we came across the oldest steel ship that's stranded here in Iceland from 1981. Wow, this must be one of the most beautiful coastal roads I've ever seen. Oh, look over there, that must be one of those fish harvesting things. This is incredible. Ooh, so now with the sun. The sun apparently here knows its moments. Also, just look how blue the water is down there. Like, you would totally forget that we are like about 300 kilometers away from Greenland. I mean, now here in the summer, it's incredibly beautiful, but I don't want to know how freezing it must be here in the winter and what kind of crazy storms they have coming in here. Just look how nice you can look into the fjord here. Oh, this beach down there is beautiful. Wow. Sometimes all those potholes can be a little bit wild to navigate, because if you hit a bunch of them after each other, it doesn't feel nice, so I'm kind of always trying to avoid them. Now just look at the rocks, how they're like spread across this road. So apparently we now have to go over one of the fjords, so we will probably have to climb quite some meters to get that done. I was right, we're going up. But so far up here everything is still fine. There's supposed to come a 15 degrees uprise at some point. I don't know if that's supposed to be this one, but I don't think so. This doesn't seem to be enough uprise for that. Oh yay, we see another car. That is refreshing. We're not alone here. That gives me some comfort. Huh? It's not good. One of the straps has ripped. Shit, happens sometimes. I hope that I will have enough straps to finish this trip in the end. Fog everywhere. It's also getting really fresh, like it's in general still quite cold, but now it's getting even colder, so let's go. Ooh, it's really getting foggy and spooky out here now. Okay, so the visibility is now out here getting really poorly. I hope that becomes better soon. I hope we go down on the other side of this fjord. That must be visible here somewhere if there wouldn't be that much fog, and then it should become better. I think it's just because we're currently quite high, so it shouldn't be far anymore to the most western point. Oh, we can already see the sea again. Nice. Oh my god, you even have some surfable waves down there. Just imagine having a surfboard right now and like cruising along the line of the breaking wave. How cool. I mean, the water must be horrendously cold, but looks like a perfect break to surf on. Sadly I haven't surfed in quite some time, because I did the motorcycle trips and so on, so yeah. But maybe soon again. Those are always the moments where the Yamaha XJ600, you see that it's not made for this. Always when there's a series of potholes like right after each other and you hit them at like 70, then you know, yeah. And then like one big rock on top and then you feel it. So let's go. Wow. The most western point of Iceland. Let's see. So I now made it to the most western point of Iceland, and somewhere over there in 300 kilometers is Greenland. Yeah, I only saw a puffin bird and managed to make that happen for myself. but I was too slow to get it onto the nice camera, but I made a recording from my cell phone. You see how fast the weather can change here in Iceland. It's already raining again. I hope that when we get back through this higher pass here, that closer to the coast we will get back to some sunshine. Yeah, I'm so glad that I got to see some puffins. Like, my goal to see some puffins, I was able to succeed with that. That made me really, really happy. So, our next goal for today will be the 622 road, which is supposed to be a gnarly gravel road that's quite high along the coast on one of the fjords here in the Westfjords. All those potholes are now filled with puddles, so I will try to not get completely soaking wet from them squirting up to me. So our way to the 622 is actually quite long, because with those fjords here, you have to go through every single fjord. So we have about nearly 2.5 hours of drive in front of us, even though we are only going like 100 kilometers, which is really far actually. So yeah, let's go. We are currently standing here on this mountain where there's all this snow and my camera is empty and my GoPro just does not take any charge whatsoever. So a down one camera turned on is the error. It's not what you want to read at all. My phone is sadly not charging right now either. So let's go for now. Let's bring out those gloves. Oh, is this cold? Fuck. Oh, shit. So, as you guys can see, we have snow up here on our way to the route 622. And I'm struggling with visibility and everything. And we're down one camera and my phone doesn't charge. We'll still try to make our way to the 622 road today. The rain is so miserable. It makes it so hard because I'm completely wet. I can feel my shoes are completely wet and my hands are really freezing. My gloves are supposed to be completely waterproof and also supposed to keep my hands completely warm, but they are now soaking wet and I can just wring them out.
The red sun rose this morning. Dark skies pronounce your warning. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Hold on, the floor is caving. Your walls turn into cages. Your refuge will be your demise. Dances with the devil. Your power isn't special. We don't fit on your canvas. We burn it all to ashes now.
Okay, shit, Shit, guys. My hands hurt really bad from the cold, and I don't know what to do. And I lost my suitcase just again. And I have trouble moving my thumbs. I'm so cold. We're still 1 hour away from the 616 road. Sadly, our suitcase is not getting better with every time it falls off the bike. What a fucking shame that the suitcases are giving up, because the rest of the bike is holding on well. It's just me who's freezing a lot, and the stupid suitcases. Okay. See how high this mountain is. Have a look down there. You can see the sea over there. We must be roughly at the height of like a 800 meters or a kilometer. Let's put that thing on there. Okay. Fuck. 1 hour and 4 minutes. And then we're finally there. Just have to make it over this mountain, and I think through 2 more fjords, and then we're good. My pin lock is in the helmet, but it seems like it gave up. Just so fucking cold. But look at it. It's so gorgeous and so much. Just look at it over there. How much ice. I'm wondering if those are... I don't think that those are glaciers, because it's not enough ice for that. I need to open up my visor again. I need to drive like this for a moment. I hope that you can still understand me. To be honest, today is just really tough for stuff like this. Okay, I think you almost made it across the mountain. Oh, there's some proper roads. That's nice for a change. Okay, let's go. We can do it. There's fucking rain. Let's just get down on the other side and then get out of this cold, horrendous mess. Ow. My fingers hurt so much. We can do it. We can do it. I think this is also a crazy amount of snow for summer in Iceland, to be honest. Oh, the wind. Oh. Oy. The problem when the visibility is so bad is that I don't see potholes coming. Like, not till they're like 1 meter in front of me. And then it's most of the time too late. For fuck's sake. That's again the fucking suitcase. So the stupid kickstand doesn't really work that well anymore. It's fucking annoying. It's just so fucking annoying that I cannot really use my hands anymore. Which also worries me. Fuck, I cannot use my fingers really to bend the thing back. Let's just continue on our way. But at least it's going down on this side, you know? So we don't have it far anymore. And there's also the wind again. It's really fucking miserable. The landscape here is really beautiful though. I have to give it that. So it shouldn't be far anymore. I don't know if we still make the 622 today, because I have problems controlling the motorcycle with my hands, because my hands are so cold. So maybe we need to find a place to stay first. And yeah, and I with the pin lock currently cannot see that well, so I don't see the potholes coming. We will have to find a hotel or a camping ground first. I don't know if I want to go on a camping ground, because my hands are so cold and I'm so incredibly wet everywhere. and I will not get my stuff dry on a camping ground. But on the other hand, I cannot constantly go to hotels and hostels because they're just expensive, and it makes me feel a bit guilty to go there. No! No! One of my stupid suitcases disappeared again. Okay, let's go for another fucking walk. My feet just hurt too much for this. Honestly, right now, I don't even know where we could find a hostel or a hotel, because my GoPro doesn't charge anymore, and I don't know how to fix that in the tent so that I can make good videos again tomorrow. That's honestly something about Iceland that I'm wondering. I see on YouTube a lot of content creators are camping and making all this stuff, and it seems like everything works quite well. Like, to be honest, you've seen the last night in the tent. It was hideously shit. I don't know how they manage. I'm just not managing it that well. I honestly don't know what to do with this bike anymore. Like, the bike is alright, the suitcases are the big problem. They just seem to give up. So, I really don't know how other content creators are doing it, because, for example, I've seen one German content creator, and she just always stays camping apparently, and I'm like, how is that even possible? I had now multiple times where I just couldn't go camping because the weather was so bad that I was wondering if I even would manage to build up the tent. And last night I had I think the third night on this trip where I was like, oh yeah, okay, today it's possible I can camp today, even though it was still like 70-kilometer winds. For fuck's sake, I just lost my fucking tent. I'm sick of this. Now my whole camping equipment is just wet. Let's go. Let's get off this fucking mountain. Incredibly cold up here. Also with the wind. So, like, I don't know how other motor vloggers are managing it in countries like Iceland. Like, motor camping is fine, like, in the summer or spring and early autumn in, like, Europe, and where it's warm, like, everything above 5 degrees, and where the weather is kind of predictable. Like here in Iceland, what's even the point in trying? Like, look at this. I tried it now one night. Of course there's a huge financial motivation in trying, because places here are fucking expensive, to be honest. But it's just so odd. And also, if you are into motorcycle touring and motorcycle camping, you see a lot of posts on Instagram and social media in general where everyone does it, and it seems really easy. And of course, in my I have to confess guilty there too, because in my videos when I do motorcycle camping, it looks easy too, because it's just a quick edit of how I pack up my stuff. But the hours that one go into building up a tent, and also if you're completely wet and cold like this, you don't really feel like building up a tent. I'm just not managing well the whole motorcycle camping part of it. We're now almost down this fucking mountain. Come on, not far. Not far anymore. Oh my god, I'm just so cold. Ooh, what a gorgeous waterfall. I think I will be not managing the 622 today. I think I'll need to do that tomorrow, and I instantly, as soon as I'm off this mountain, need to find any place with a place inside, like a restaurant, a gas station, or maybe a place to stay. Place to stay would be perfect, because I'm just have my hands hanging on the handlebars now. I'm trying to get feeling back into them, but I have trouble grabbing the brake and the gas. So I mean, with the gas I can just push on it, but that is definitely not healthy right here. Okay, we have about 6 more minutes to go. The city we want to go to is over there. There's supposed to be 2 hotels. I hope that in one of them is a place, because I badly need a heater and a hot shower and yeah, just a place to be inside basically. So any minute now we should arrive somewhere where we can go inside. It's just really good. So anything will do now, I don't care. I see a hotel over here. Let's see if they still have a place.
So I now managed to warm up a little bit and I put all my stuff up to dry. My socks are still like so muddy from actually the third episode that is linked up there, because everything has gotten so muddy there in this mud hole back then that my shoes still lose mud, especially when they get wet. I can not get the dirt out anymore when they're dry, but as soon as they're wet, I was so cold. I'm so happy now that I can feel my hands again. I'm really happy that I did it and I'm now able to warm up a little bit. It's just a bit stressful that everything here in Iceland is so expensive. I will now have to ask my parents probably for a little bit of money, because I now went through my monthly pay basically. I now need to wait till the next first of the month. Iceland has been definitely more expensive than I first thought, because of those horrendous weather situations like today, and also especially around the Golden Circle and in the south of Iceland. Traveling has been more expensive because with earlier the enormous wind and today the really strong rain and really cold temperatures combined with still a lot of wind. It makes it really hard and impossible to camp. And I mean, you could try to camp, but I don't see that going far.